going on, guys? Welcome back to Rob Yoli Motorsports. I got a fresh upload for you here today. I realized while I was editing it I didn't make an intro, so it's actually way after the fact of my interior progress, or whatever I end up naming this episode. Probably it's interior progress because it's not done. I just wanted to get something up there on the YouTubes because it's been a minute, not gonna lie. So get some interior progress made. Sound enders are laid down, carpets laid down, seats are out, they're kind of going back in. Doors are off, obviously. They are at the body shop right now. I believe they're gonna get painted tomorrow, so I'll be able to pick those up next Monday, and then get the interior really buttoned up on this thing, and then kind of start getting going on some of my paint match pieces. I've got the cowl here. I'm redoing that because the clear started to flake off. I believe I used a duplicolor clear coat last time, and it started like flaking and just getting yellow. So I got some 1K clear now. I've had better luck with that on some various. I did some mirror stuff last time with that. A lot better success with that. So I guess let's get into it and get some progress made. Alright, brackets out. Stick these back in so I don't lose them. I'm not going to be able to pull this up because it goes underneath other stuff. And it goes underneath this. Whatever that is. Gotta be careful with that. It's got data running through it. Don't want to mess that up. It's probably expensive. Okay. Stuff is like crackling as I fold it. Some spots there's like barely any of this rubber stuff left. It's right here. It's just falling right off whatever rubberized coating stuff. Yeah, here's another look of all the bottom of that carpet. Maybe I'll look into new carpet, so that way I don't have to reuse what's in my other truck. It's a lot better than what I just took out, and not so crumbly. But yeah, that was easy enough. Now I just gotta get this sound deadener out from underneath all the interior harness here. Should have brought my clip tool home, but these should really just kind of pop out, ideally. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So I think I'm unhooking the battery. Definitely want to be careful with that guy. Tip that around. Boom! Airbags are going off. So yeah, the battery is getting unplugged. This last time, I remember driving my other truck with only one seat in it. Oh, the cover to this. Nice. Hey, some more change. I'm gonna have to see how much I find after I get everything pulled up. Okay. is your
inflatable restraints and diagnostic module. So basically the module that is looking at all your airbags, seeing if there's any shocks. So I'm really using this to loosen it. If the battery was hooked up, I don't know, might have set them off. So whenever you're doing that stuff, disconnect the battery. Otherwise, you're going to be replacing airbags, which are cheap. Okay, easy enough. No grounds over here. I feel slimy. Actually a pocket screwdriver, so a regular old flat blade here, but gonna get started on getting these side panels out. Hopefully you can see me. Just a little cover here, should be a 7mm behind it, if memory serves correct. Or it's a 10. One of the two. Probably a 7. Yep. This floor is very tingy. Not anything on it. There we go. Just got a yank on her, you know what I mean? Exciting back there. Just good, I suppose. And eventually take the seat belt out, swap them for. This thing has a curtain on it right now. Did not know that. Okay. I don't think I took the sides, the rear sides off last time. I know I did this piece. 'Cause I put sound deadener on the back, and then this, but the factory sound deadener. But I don't think I took those pieces off this time. Okay, transfer everything over to the other side. Put this in here, otherwise I will lose it. Ow! Fucker. That's a racket. Okay. Stayed in there again. Got a little push in. I guess the other side had that too. I'm not aware. Oh. Did you see that? That sucker shot out of there. Alright. Now we're cooking with some peanut oil. Alright, let this go. Alright, stuff that back on. Don't have my T50 probably to take the seat belts out, and I don't have my clip tool to pop these suckers out. And then this, I suppose I'm gonna have to read the old GM Bible before I start digging into that mess, because I don't want gray trim in here. I want the black trim out of the other truck and the other belt, because you know that's cooler. Gotta have what's cooler, not what's functional. So alright, that's probably gonna be it for tonight. I got a little bit of cleaning. There's some slime and stuff. I'm gonna probably wash all this down. Might do that tomorrow, and then get this floor pan ready, and the rear headboard, what do they call that? Just, I don't know. Back of the cab prepped also. So lay down that new Dynamat because that is pretty tingy, and we want it to be thud thud thud. So granted, I love the 6.2 truck Norris cam. You know, sounds pretty nasty, even though it's got a bench tune. But I'd like it to be quiet inside, or toned down, because I got some audio in the other truck that I'd like to actually be able to utilize still. So that is going to be it for tonight. So I will see you guys in a couple of seconds.
obviously all this done so far. I started working on this off camera, but it's not too bad. Obviously you gotta get all the air bubbles out. Try to get it to fit as tight as possible to the floor pan. Sliding mat stuff is working pretty well. You can tell it's dulling it down a lot. I've kind of learned a lot since the last time I did this. This rear section can be a little tricky, so I ended up cutting it in a couple different pieces. So this is kind of one piece, strip down in the back, and then I got a piece that comes out here. It's kind of an L shape, and then another piece that went in this hole. Isn't going to be enough to kind of fit some of these contours in the back, so that's all one piece there. Nothing too crazy. I made a few relief cuts here and there, but should be able to get another one piece to cover most of this. And then I've got a little slim piece right here. I could probably stick underneath it. I've got this stuff too. The factory sound deadening on the inside of the firewall. Probably leave that in, because I obviously don't feel like pulling the dash or doing anything crazy like that. If I have to do a heater core or something, maybe I'll pull it all out and do it then, but not doing anything like that right now. Just want to get the sound deadener in, get the factory deadener back in, start working on the back, getting some trim panels back in. I can swap the rear pillar and this cross panel piece back in. But I ended up ordering new carpet for it. The carpet in my other truck is fine. It's not too bad, but it's just going to be easier for me because I can keep kind of plucking along, moving stuff out of that truck into this one without having to blow that one this far apart. Because I can take the front seats and stuff out in an afternoon, so I can kind of do everything in the rear, get everything buttoned up with that, and do all the sill plates, the front kick panels, do minor things before I swap the front seats. So I'm gonna keep on working here. Probably give you an update after I get this piece done, but so far so good, and it's turning out pretty well. Alright, good morning guys. So I'm gonna try to get this fender buffed out today. I got my buffer set up, I got the compound down there. Got some preliminary taping done because I don't really want to keep everything on the panel. Obviously it's going to sling a lot. Got my little heater going so that way I don't freeze. It is a crisp 11 degrees out this morning. Probably a little bit cooler in here. I don't have a thermometer, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't go everywhere. I know it will, so this tape isn't wanting to stick to each other. But hopefully I can keep it all kind of controlled somewhat. Yeah. Now I am not a professional buffer guy at all, so all we're after here is just to make it better. I'll show you the other side. I did this a while ago, off camera, back when it was warm, I think. I mean, you can still, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, you can see some of the lines. So it's not perfect by any means, but it's a lot better than that other side. So, and obviously this door here. So the windows got it too. There's a few products out there that seem to take it off, but I don't know. I've used steel wool and some stuff before, so I don't know. I might have to get some stuff for the glass and whatnot. Try to make that a little bit better. But for right now, we're going to start on this fender, see how much we can get done in a timely manner. Hopefully with it being cold, it doesn't affect how it cuts or anything like that. A couple different pads I got. That's not on there. An orange pad and kind of a bumpy black one. We're just going to experiment a little bit today because eventually get the fender done, obviously, get the door done, and then work on this cab section just to get it a little bit better. And then I'll do a little bit to the bed, even though it needs some help. Make it kind of close to the cab because this will be dingy versus everything else, with the two doors here being fresh, clear, fresh paint, all that stuff, and then kind of polished, and then it'll just be a dingy bed. So probably gonna spiff that up a little bit, give it a little bit of a spit shine, I guess. But Got some other parts on order waiting on just to get the doors back, and then once that happens, it is free for all for getting all my interior parts back in, so that way I can finish the ceiling. I got some drywall kind of put up for the wall, not really, like that piece and behind the cabinets there. I got some sitting back over there. I want to get the ceiling done, so that way maybe next winter it won't be so cold in here. I'm looking into a couple different options to put a heater on this wall, because my propane comes in on that corner of the house, so I can just punch it through and put a nice little heater right there, and then maybe pipe it down for another one down there to kind of, I don't know, heat it up. So that way I'm not freezing in here, make it a little bit more comfortable. But, alright, without further ado, we're going to get into this thing and do a little paint correcting. Alright, we're going to start out with the black one here, see how that does. All my knowledge base is off of TV and YouTube, stuff like that, watching different YouTube videos throughout the years. So, we're just going to see what happens and kind of, I don't know, keep going until it gets better and then stop. So first kind of round done. I'm trying to look for some spray to take this off. I got some detail spray there, but it's frozen. My water bottle is inside trying to thaw because it's also frozen. But from what I can tell, it looks a lot better. I can still see some of that haziness from acid rain or something, but I think it's coming along pretty good. So I might wipe this down, kind of see where I'm at, and then do another real good round, see if there's any spots where I really need to focus on a little bit more. But I'm cold, my hands are cold, so I need to find a pair of gloves that will still allow me to work and do stuff, but they'll keep me kind of warm. I got these leather ones. These might be the ticket. And I also got, yeah, I think those leather ones are going to be the ticket, so I'm going to take these in too, so that way they're warm and not put my hands in cold gloves. So I will see you guys back in a minute. Alright, did a couple rounds on this fender, and this thing is looking a lot better. Did 2 different rounds after that last clip, I wiped it down, did it again, and it is night and day different. Looks so much better. I gotta fully clean it all up. There's some smudges on there from my rag and whatnot still, but so much better. So happy. Did the front bumperette, and then also did the front bumperette on the passenger side. Hit the passenger fender again because the driver's side fender was a little bit better than this one. Ended up hitting that one again. So before too long here, I'm going to get started on the door, and then I think I'm also going to get the hood done or started. I'm going to do a couple more engine bay things before I put the hood on. I'm going to tidy up those wires so that way they're not exposed like that. Wrap them up with some woven electrical tape. Might button up a few things there before I get to the hood, but nonetheless, we are making progress. I think I might set the center console in today too. I think I can do that. Waiting on heated seats and obviously that seat cushion before I can put my seats in and finish up the interior, and obviously button this up. The door harness for this door comes in through here and then runs down here, so that's why that's all tore apart still. I did have that all put together, then I realized I had to take it all back apart. So, but anyway, we're making progress today, even though it is frigid in here. So I'm gonna keep after it here. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you one last update for the weekend. Got the passenger side, bedside all done. That's all buffed out. Looks a lot better. They had a fender flare on here. You can still see it some. I'm hoping once I get some spray detailer on there that kind of diminishes further. I did order a third brake light, so I'm going to work some magic on that once that comes in. I got to get some adhesive remover to get some of this off, finish this door, and then when I remove that third brake light, I'll kind of do this cab corner section. And then I'll also start on this bedside, maybe tonight, most likely tomorrow, and then also kind of start on this. I ordered some stuff for the glass. I'll probably start getting the door glass first because those will have to go in before too long here. I'll get that stuff installed once I get the doors back from the body shop, but it's probably going to be it for this episode. So you'll just have to see how, fuck me. Alright, so that's probably going to be it for this episode. I'd like to get one up. It's been a minute, so I'm not going to get anything finished per se, get the interior done, doors done, or anything like that, or it all buffed out, whatever, but progress nonetheless. So I just want to get something out there. It's been a minute since I got something uploaded or made any posts on social media or anything like that. So obviously we're making progress, just it's kind of taking a little bit, but we're getting there little by little. I'm actually getting pretty excited to get this thing done, because then I'm going to get the drywall done up in the ceiling, kind of, I'm going to make it a little bit more cozy in here. So alright guys, I will see you on the next one. So just want to say thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Alright, doing a little outro. Got a lot done this weekend. Alright, gonna give you a little outro here. We got a lot done this weekend. Didn't get it all buffed out. I gotta do this bedside. I gotta do the tailgate. I took the emblems off because I got some different emblems I'm gonna put on there. Got pretty much the entire. No, I didn't get the entire passenger side done. I gotta do up here. I gotta get some adhesive remover to get that old rain guard adhesive 2-way tape off. Then I can finish out the door, finish out the cab or the rear pillar. I got a third brake light coming, so I'll kind of buff that section too. Got a lot to do. I guess, more or less. I gotta do the entire driver's side, bed side. This one's gonna be a little bit more tricky because some more of the rust bubbles have kind of popped or flaked the paint. So, nonetheless, making progress. Gonna probably get started on the windows, cleaning those up. I got some stuff coming to kind of get some of the deposits out of that. I tried buffing that one passenger rear door. Didn't really do much. So the stuff was reasonable enough price wise. So I thought I'd give it a try. So I guess you'll see me try that on the next episode or upload, whatever we're calling these. But other than that, I appreciate you guys tuning in. So if you could, like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment, give me some advice, tell me what I did wrong, something like that. I don't know. I'll check it out. But I'll see you guys next time.